Welcome to Meaty-B's recipes. Today we will be making one of my absolute favorite breakfast items, country gravy. To do this you will need 1 pound of breakfast sausage. Might as well use some country sausage. 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of flour, 3 cups of milk, just a little bit of oil to put in the bottom of your pan. I prefer to use a cast iron skillet and a whisk. The skillet is rounded and therefore the whisk makes good contact. Some people use a skillet. The restaurants, they usually use a pot. That way they could get in there and really work the roux without worrying about it spilling everywhere. And the secret ingredient is chicken-based powder. Don't confuse this with this. They're similar but different. The main ingredient in this is oven roasted chicken. The main ingredient in this: salt, cornstarch, monosodium glutamate, potassium salt, sugar, palm oil, and then there's your chicken. I'm not knocking this stuff. I use it. It has its place, but not in my country gravy. If you don't have chicken-based powder, you can use Better Than Bullion. It's harder to mix in though. You just use a nice teaspoon of that. A little more, a little less to your salt preference, because this does have salt. But salt is not the primary ingredient. Did forget to mention pepper. I like to heavily pepper my gravy. I actually have some coarse pepper that I'm going to use. Did forget to mention pepper. And then while we are on the subject of the skillet, this has a nice thick metal base with an aluminum core. You get better heat distribution that way too. You don't have to worry about hot spots.
Line up at my little door. Say what's in that magic mystery. I just smile and pour some more. It's milk and flour, salt and prayer. Story stirred in every scrape. Every scrape of wooden spoon holds the hands that shape my fate.
My sausage is looking nice and brown. I've developed a nice fond on the bottom of my pan. Take out my sausage. Try to leave a good portion of the oil.
Stretching what the good Lord gave, turning hard days into grace. Country gravy made me famous in this little nowhere place. Over biscuits, over chicken, over taters on your plate.
I did have the heat on medium to medium high when I browned it, and now I switched it down to low. Wasn't a very fatty sausage, so while I was letting it brown, I did grind up about a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, I'm gonna add my butter. Turn the heat back up to medium. Back to medium well.
Rich and warm and thick enough to fill the cracks inside your soul. That country gravy made me famous in this little nowhere place. Over biscuits, over chicken, over taters on your plate. Just a
We'll add a 1/4 cup of flour. You guys want to add basically equal parts flour to oil. If you have to, it's better to have just a little bit more oil than flour, but this controls the thickening. Then you're going to want to cook this now. You're going to cook it for at least 30 seconds. Give it a nice color. It's already kind of colored because of the fond and everything that's starting to scrape off. But you really want to let this go. And I did end up buying chicken base instead of chicken base powder, which is basically the same thing as Better Than Bullion, but this has less. This one has less salt. So I will be using this as my salt source. We're gonna turn the heat up to medium now. And like I said, we just kind of let this get some color. And we're going to want to add our milk in increments. Let me get it out of the fridge. You want your milk to be cold. Hot room, cold milk, no lumps. But you do, excuse me, you do want to add your milk, not all at once. Otherwise you'll be stirring like a maniac. So it is starting to pick up just the, I'm not sure if you can see it with this halogen light that I have on my hood. It makes everything kind of yellow, but the flour is starting to pick up a little bit of color now. We don't want to burn it, but we do want to brown it. And it's a little scary because you can't take it too far into the dark roast stage, and that's not what we want. We're right at like a perfect caramel now. I really hope this is coming up on the camera. Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. So we're going to add about a cup of our milk, and we're going to really stir that in, and it's going to become like a paste. And as soon as all that liquid's gone, you got to add some more. And you really want to work it. And you want to get that up under the sides here. See how the fond is scraping off? And it looks like it was going to be lumpy, and now it's smoothing out. And we're going to have another nice paste. Oh, baby. And then we add the rest. And we're going to have to slow it down a little bit. And then you just get in there and you scrape off all that flavor. And we're going to, because there's flour in this now, we're going to have to bring it to a boil. But we want to keep it on medium because we don't want to scorch the milk. And now is a good time to add our chicken base. We'll just put in, not a crazy teaspoon, but a good amount. Again, this stuff is salty. It's just a ladle over biscuits, but it makes you feel so strong. People of my country, fucking warm and holding on. Pour on biscuits fried up Sunday, mashed potatoes, chicken bones. Just milking what was left, feeling like a royal feast. Scrape up all that fond up the bottom. Get up on the sides here. And like I said, you just don't be afraid to work it good. So at this point, we are going to taste for salt. It's not going to taste proper because obviously the flour hasn't cooked out. That's really close. So I think I'm going to add just a little bit more to the chicken base.
Mismatched coffee can, milk from a plastic jug, save the drippings in a jar.
And I'm going to go ahead and add my pepper.
Till payday wasn't far. Mama at the table, clipping coupons.
We'll add our sausage back in.
I was stirring slow and steady, watching bubbles softly rise, turning hard work home into things. People love my country gravy, thick and warm and holding on. Poured on biscuits, fried up Sunday, mashed potatoes, chicken bones, just some milk and what was left. Feeling like a royal feast. Yeah, this simple pan of
We'll switch back to our wooden spoon. As you can see, this is a pretty generous gravy, but I mean, Meaty-B is a pretty generous guy. But if you want to be a little less dangerous, you just double the milk and the butter and flour. You just double everything except for the sausage. But this is how I like my sausage gravy. You can also use, instead of using butter and oil, I only used about a tablespoon of oil just so to help the sausage not stick. But you can also just use a tablespoon of bacon grease, and you could use bacon grease instead of the butter. But I don't know, that's a bit much for me. I don't mind a bacon gravy, I way prefer sausage gravy. And the two taste well together, but I don't want my gravy to be that fatty. To me it gets too heavy when you do that. So you can see it's starting to bubble and it's starting to thicken. And this gravy, it goes over quite, you don't just have to put this on biscuits. You could do country fried steak. You could do, it's really good over country potatoes. It's good over scrambled egg. It's good over hash browns. It keeps in the it keeps in the fridge for quite a while. It keeps 7 to 10 days. And you just put it back on the stove, add a couple tablespoons of milk, and bring it back to life. So it's been boiling for about a minute, I would say. You want it to boil for about a minute. And all the flour, the raw flour flavor should be cooked out now. And as you can see, it's, ooh, that was hot. It's thickened. So we'll turn off the heat. Give it a final taste for salt and for pepperiness. I like it with a little more pepper, but the rest of my family, they don't like it so hot. So I usually just add more pepper to my plate. Oh man, you gotta try it. So good. Not sure what to serve with your gravy? Well, you can't go wrong with the classic biscuits and gravy. A couple of buttermilk biscuits and a heaping spoon. Also goes really good on country fried steak, scrambled eggs, hash browns. But if you want to step it up a little bit, how about some cheesy country fries? Ooh, delala. And if you really want to have a taste adventure, try putting it over a slice of my breakfast casserole. The recipe for this will be in next week's video. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you try and enjoy this delicious gravy. And let me know what you think.